Doris, when you look at the numbers for both of these teams, you have to be impressed with their assist totals.
Oh, my goodness, yes. No hero ball in this one. These are two groups that are focused on moving the ball and getting as many high percentage looks as they possibly can.
Now here's McCollum. To the inside, Alexander Walker. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. It's a three-point game. Pass to Hart. Back to Brunson. And a Kongwu with the block. Right side Johnson. Outside Alexander Walker. Picked up by Kongwu. Fires for three. It's rebounded by New York. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. Coach talked about avoiding bumping Brunson on drives. He told me sometimes Jalen moves into defenders and you can almost pull the chair if you remove yourself. Let him slip his momentum in a direction without allowing him to revert to shooting. We think it can make a difference. Brian, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. There's McCollum with the three. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Pass to Hart for the finish. And Hart throws it down.
Josh Hart hammering it down. That's a message right there.
Outside, Alexander Walker. This one for three. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line.
Three shots. 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
And the Knicks making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. And he sinks the second. And he can't make it 3 for 3. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Brunson. Towns outside. And a Kongwu with the block. Up top, Johnson. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Basket's good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside. And it's Alexander Walker penetrating, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Brunson. Outside Hart. Towns for three. The shot comes out. Atlanta leading by 5 to the paint. Here's McCollum. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Here's Towns. It's stolen by Kongwu. Here's Daniels. And it's New York with a rebound. Here's Brunson. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And you look at Brunson, listed at 6'2". You wouldn't think he'd be such a handful inside doors.
Handful might be an understatement, B.A. He is a nightmare free throw line and down. Why? Because he has moves and then counter moves. His footwork is exceptional, and I don't care what kind of defense you play, the guy will be able to get off a shot, and most often it's going to go in.
And the rise of Jalen Brunson has been fun to watch, Doris. No one saw him being this good.
I would count myself amongst those people, B.A., and it's extraordinary. Jalen Brunson has proven highly effective, all league level effective, without having elite athleticism or size. And what that speaks to is his intelligence on the basketball floor. He has proven without those two qualities that you can be effective at the highest levels of the game. You have to admire it.
McCollum with a steal. Daniels against Anunoby. Outside, Alexander Walker. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. McCollum. And Anunoby pulls it down.
Boy, that's an example of a player taking what the defense gives you, just doesn't work out in his favor, right? He misses the shot.
Here's Brunson outside. That's his third basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
It's about the work for Jalen Brunson. He's put in a ton of time to become a knockdown shooter.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Knicks trail by 6. Towns outside. Jacks up a 3. And again, New York with the triple.
What a feed to Towns. This guy ready to rise and fire on the catch.
Outside Johnson. Back to McCollum. The 3. Clarkson grabs a miss. New York has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Back to Brunson. There's the triple. Can't get it to go. He's made 3. He's missed 3 so far. Alexander Walker, the pass to McCollum. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to McCollum. Over Brunson. Off the left rim and out. Knicks trail by 3. Inside. And it's Towns with the power finish.
You call that moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Karl Anthony.
Up top, Johnson. And here's McCollum. Daniels outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Anunoby. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. And Towns has got the ball here for the Knicks. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A. He just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon.
That one misses for Towns. Well, we know he can shoot it, Doris, but Karl Anthony Towns is most effective when he's also working in the paint.
B.A., he has such an effective arsenal offensively that he's most effective when he's getting to each of those aspects. So, you have back-to-the-basket skills, no doubt. If there's a mismatch, go at the mismatch. But he is also so effective as a driver. Straight line, with intent, and efficient off the bounce. He can also hit a mid-range. There is nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
Yeah, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Anunoby. He's scoreless. The shot by Towns, no good. For three, McCollum drills it from deep. Now it's a three-point Atlanta lead.
With confidence and ability from long range, I love it. McCollum's able to space the floor and keep the defense honest.
And that one's good, Brunson.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from deep. Right side Johnson. Back to McCollum. Daniels outside. Pass to Johnson. Here's Alexander Walker. Three-pointer off the mark. New York has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Hart passes to Brunson. Going inside. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Boy, Jalen Brunson just reads what the defense concedes, and on that one, it's a drive.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. New York also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Shamet comes in for Hart. And Alvarado's subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And here's Vincent. Outside Rizachet. Soft touch off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 1.
It's always good to see Rizachet mixing it up down low.
Clarkson outside. From outside the arc. Counted from distance. Clarkson's got his second bucket of the night. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. The Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Back to you guys.
Tons of spacing. Allie, thanks for the report. And here are the Knicks now, following the score by Atlanta. And a fast break now for Atlanta. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
Clarkson outside. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Yeah, what a play by Clarkson. Has the concentration to finish through contact.
Well, one thing we know about Jordan Clarkson, he's going to shoot it, Doris.
Well, B.A., he's been given the green light by virtually every coach he's played for. He's been one of those guys off the bench that you can count on for consistent productivity, and that's invaluable. Listen, the bench has got to produce if you're going to be an effective team. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson, one of those spark plug guys. You know you can put him in the game, and if he's got it going, he can ignite an offense.
Now here's Rizachet. And a nice finish on the layup. Risache's got his third bucket of the night.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Clarkson leaving no doubt with that finish, folks.
The Hawks trailing. They set the screen. Outside heel. The three is up. Connects from downtown.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Robinson. Now here's Clarkson. And the layup is good off the glass. Clarkson's got 13.
Well, this is what they want from Jordan Clarkson. He's in the flow offensively, and so they continue to make sure he's touching the ball.
Here's Risache. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
Clarkson against Hield. Stripped it away. 56 seconds left in the first. Here's Kuminga. And it's New York with a rebound.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Stolen. To the middle. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shoot 2.
That free throw, no good. Gay's checked in for Atlanta. C.J. McCollum comes in for Vincent. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Clarkson. He hits the second from the line. Knicks trail by 3. 32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Alvarado. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Now here's Risache. Give him 8 points now. Now McCollum, just 5 to shoot. Tries it from 19. The shot misses. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Atlanta on top, up by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Now here's Robinson. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Knicks lead by 1.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson, if you fail to get a body on him, he will go to the offensive glass and make you pay.
Outside Kuminga. Pass to McCollum. Hield on the wing. The 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. And Towns has got the ball here for New York. Down low. Back to Shamet. Releases. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. And Atlanta's shooting has been great this game, 58%. McCollum on the wing. McBride covers. And it's McCollum penetrating. Banked it in off the glass. McCollum's got 9 points. All right, on the line, we've got our insiders, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there. All right, Shams, thank you very much for that report. Well, the painted area is really where Mitchell Robinson thrives, Doris.
B.A., he might be the best offensive rebounder in the game, and his ability to do that helps teams win on the margins. He's also a menace on the defensive end, a massive presence at the rim.
And he can't get the first one. Clarkson's checked in for Shamet. Good on the second one. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Outside Rizachet. The three ball. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Rizachet will be nailing threes for many years to come.
Now here's Clarkson. Rizachet covering. Robinson with it. Gay with a rebound.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Outside Rizachet with the drive.
Yeah, Rizachet is already advanced with the ball in his hand. He knows how to pick up that whistle.
Atlanta shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw.
Coming into the league, a lot of people see Zachary Rizachet as a 3-and-D guy. The question becomes, what more can he bring to the table as he matures as a player?
Shamet, he's checked in for Clarkson. And he's good on the second. Knicks trail by 4. Shamet passes to Alvarado. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Outside McBride. Over heel. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Hawks lead by 4. McCollum looking it over. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Here's Gay. Robinson defending. Healed for 3. And it's New York with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
To the right side. Alvarado outside. Pass to Shamet. Here's the 3. McCollum pulls it in. The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Healed on the wing. McCollum on the wing. Alvarado defending. Lets the 3 fly. And Atlanta misses again.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Here's Towns. Cat playing big. Oh, my.
Guys, that is what you call 2 physical, hard-earned points from Karl Anthony Towns. Go ahead and embrace that contact.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Atlanta making some changes here. Jalen Johnson comes in for Risacher, and Kispert is subbed in for Hield. New York also changing it up. OG Anunoby's checked in for Shamet. Mikal Bridges comes in for McBride, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Kispert outside. Back to McCollum. To the middle. Tipped. Here's Gay. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Oh, unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 11. Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. Up and over McCollum. Knocked away. And so McCollum will bring it up for Atlanta. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. From downtown, he nails it. That's his 5th make in 11 tries.
And McCollum excels at everything on the court. And man, he is putting on a show.
Towns, left side. Robinson, a screen on Johnson. Lets it go. Out to Bridges. And here's Brunson from the arc. Gay with a rebound. Gay's got 4 rebounds now. McCollum outside. Pass to Kispert. Back to McCollum. Over Brunson. That one a little long. Knicks trail by 8. New York working the ball around now. Gets it done.
Yeah, that's just an innate awareness that the clock is putting you under duress. Jalen Brunson calmly delivers.
Here's Kispert. No points so far. McCollum outside. Out to Kuminga. Outside Johnson. Beyond the arc. Kuminga's shot is off. Knicks trail by 6. Bridges, left side. Back to Brunson. Yes, sir! Brunson for 3.
That's business right there. Jalen Brunson, the catch, shoot, and on to the next play.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Gay. Dyson Daniels comes in for Kuminga. And it's Alexander Walker in for Kispert. Josh Hart's checked in for New York. The Hawks lead by 3. Outside, Alexander Walker. Back to McCollum. The teardrop. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Bridges. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. And it's now only a 1-point Hawks lead. Atlanta's gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. And here's Alexander Walker. 9 points in the game. No one covering. 15 points for C.J. McCollum.
can't sleep on McCollum, not even for a second, because that's when he strikes.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Teammate Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York, but Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Back to you.
Staying humble. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Here's Brunson, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
The Hawks making a switch here. Kispert's checked in, and the Knicks making a change here as well. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Outside Johnson. Pass to Okongwu. Now Daniels. Outside, Alexander Walker. Clock at 6. Here's Okongwu. Oh, Robinson with a block.
Wingspan, athleticism, verticality. Robinson with authority sends it back.
And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason, chasing down blocks and making an impact.
And here's New York now. They're on an 11-3 run. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Brunson up top, covered by Alexander Walker. And again, it's Jalen Brunson. Brunson's got 11 points in the quarter.
Boy, whenever this team has needed a bucket, Jalen Brunson has been there right now in complete command of this ball game.
Back to Alexander Walker. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
The Knicks with the lead. Brunson taking his time here. Alexander Walker grabs the board. For Atlanta, they've gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Daniels passes to Alexander Walker. Okongwu, a screen on Brunson. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 13-3 run. Daniels against Anunoby. Now Alexander Walker. 9 points in the game. Picked up by Okongwu. Alexander Walker, the pass to Okongwu. Chalk up 2 there.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. From the arc. Sinks the tray. Brunson's got 25 points in the game.
Consistency as a jump shooter. Jalen Brunson with that quick, compact release.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Defense is right there. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Robinson passes to Brunson. Over Kispert. Again, the Knicks. Good for 2 more.
I think in today's NBA, you've got to be a 3-level scorer. The midi is good for Jalen Brunson.
Daniels passes to Okongwu. Pass to Kispert. And here's Alexander Walker. Okongwu, a screen on Brunson. Alexander Walker sends it home from 3-point land. Alexander Walker's got 12 points in the game. Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. And count that. 2 points and a chance for 1 more at the line.
Well, how about that conversion by Jalen Brunson? This has become a staple of his game.
He's 0 for 1 at the line, missing on his first trip.
Jalen Brunson plays bigger than his size. He's aggressive. He's going to go right at defenders. He doesn't care if you're bigger than he is. He will keep coming at you.
Now here's Alexander Walker. 12 points for him. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. 6 points for him.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
Anunoby on the wing. Outside Brunson. Inside. Outside Hart. Robinson, a screen on Johnson. Hart from long range. Sinks it from distance. Hart's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Yeah, Josh Hart starting to show people, I can knock down a three-point shot. You better guard me.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Fires from deep. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
It's been all about Jalen Hicks. He's been an offensive force, now with over 30 points after the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the New York Knicks.
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through the net, you could see their confidence growing. Checking out how the Hawks are doing in this series. They were able to take a game on the road, capturing home court advantage. Shaq, how important is Game 3 for them?
Well, Game 3 is always huge. They took care of business on the road. Now they have to hit you guys with a big word. Now they have to capitalize on it.
Ooh. Well, it won't be easy, but I'm going to make a prediction, guys. You ready?
No, but go
Whoever
ahead.
wins this Game 3, they win the series.
That is bold, Kenny. I sort of like it. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining 2K Sports and our coverage of this first round. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Brunson's got 32 points.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Okongwu, the pass to McCollum. Off target from outside. Knicks leading by 5. Outside Brunson. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Towns. New York working the ball around now. Just 5 on the clock. Brunson passes to Towns. Off target with the 3. Atlanta's gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Now here's Alexander Walker. Fires in the triple. Alexander Walker's got 18.
Boy, remarkable how efficient he's been scoring the ball. He feels good right now.
Outside Brunson. Hart with a screen on McCollum. Outside Brunson. Anunoby for three. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. Brunson against McCollum for the lead. Gets the three to fall. He's got 18. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Now here's Anunoby. No points yet. Back to Brunson. Over McCollum. Brunson misses.
Boy, he'd be the first to tell you that is a shot that we expect him to make.
Outside, Alexander Walker. A screen on Bridges. Here's Alexander Walker. And it's New York with a rebound.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 18. Three-pointer. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
These kinds of defensive breakdowns drive coaches crazy.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Brunson against McCollum. Brunson passes to Bridges. Kicks it out to Anunoby. 4-3, and again, New York with the triple.
What an answer from OG Anunoby, delivering the three-point shot in response. Wow.
Daniels outside. McCollum outside, puts up a three. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Knicks have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Hart. Towns for three. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Daniels. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Daniels.
Wow, not sure what happened there. Yikes.
New York has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Outside Brunson. And there it is for him. Brunson's got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, how highly skilled is Jalen Brunson with the ball in his hands. The ability to get anywhere on the floor that he wants to go.
McCollum with it. 18 points for him. Let's go with a three. And the three-pointer goes. McCollum's got 21 points in the game.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Now here's Brunson. And the shot goes down. Brunson's got 9 points here in the second half.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
Pass to Daniels. Here's Johnson. Here's Alexander Walker. Three-pointer, no good.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Hard with it. McCollum covering. Anunoby can't get it to go. Hawks trail by 3. Now here's McCollum. He's got 21.
And McCollum isn't afraid of contact, especially when he's being aggressive and looking to score.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw is good. And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. The lead is 2. Screen by Hart. McCollum against Brunson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Brunson's got 41.
Such an intelligent basketball play by Jalen Brunson. This guy understands how to get himself going in pick and roll action.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Daniels. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. There's McCollum with the 3. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. And Hart with a basket on the assist from Towns. And now it's a 6-point New York lead.
That's all grit from Josh Hart. This guy will mix it up on the interior.
Anunoby against Daniels. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 5. Atlanta needs to get off a shot. Fires from the wing. Daniels misses. Knicks leading by 6. Brunson out to Bridges. Hits the three-pointer. Bridges has got 5 now.
This team looks so focused out there trying to increase their lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 22. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Here's Brunson outside. And they call an illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Kuminga, he's checked in for the Hawks. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Here's Johnson. McCollum outside. Six on the shot clock. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. McCollum's got 9 points in the quarter.
What a tricky shot. CJ, he's showing off now.
Back to Brunson. Buries it down low. Brunson's got 43 points.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Kuminga, the pass to McCollum. Over Brunson. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Bridges. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound. And he can't jam it through.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
It's stolen by Hart. Towns passes to Hart. It's good. Hart's got 9.
That's a great setup by Towns. You love to see that vision from your big man.
Outside Kuminga. Back to McCollum. The three is up. Knocks down the long J.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
New York leading by 6. Pass to Towns. Out to Bridges. Back to Towns. Now here's Brunson. And the shot goes.
That's toughness. That's ability to absorb contact and finish. That is Jalen Brunson in a nutshell.
Johnson a screen on Brunson. To the inside. It's stolen by Hart. Pass to Towns. It's stolen by Johnson. Now McCollum. To the paint. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
And defenses can forget how good of a passer McCollum is.
Knicks shooting really well in this matchup. 62% from the floor. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Atlanta making some changes. Gay's checked in for Okongwu. Risache comes in for Johnson, and Hield is subbed in for Daniels. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Sohan comes in for Hart. Shamet, he's checked in for Anunoby. And Jordan Clarkson subbed in for Mikal Bridges. And here's Robinson. Pass to Shamet. Launches a three. Drains the triple. Shamet's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, outstanding pass and execution. They'd love to see Clarkson do that on a consistent basis.
The three from Risache. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Clarkson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's an 11-point Knick lead.
Jordan Clarkson showing the ability to put the ball on the deck and make a play.
Now Risache, 12 points for him. Hield to the ball. Takes the three. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Brunson. 56 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Shamet. And again, New York with the triple.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
And Atlanta with possession here. They trail by 14. Pass to Risache. Down low. Here's Gay. Ooh, Robinson with a block. Brunson against McCollum. And Brunson, here we go. Another one falls. Amazing.
And what a night he's had. That score now ties him for the single-game playoff high for his team.
He's been nothing short of amazing tonight. A legendary playoff performance for him. There's McCollum with the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 30 points.
Defending the pick and roll. You have to stop the ball, especially when it's C.J. McCollum controlling it.
McCollum against Brunson. Robinson, a screen on McCollum. Three-pointer. He gets it up. And so it's the New York Knicks in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Tough to run with them. They get the ball up the court so fast. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round one. Hawks trail by 13. Hield passes to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. And it's New York with a rebound. At one point, they led by 16. Towns against Kuminga. Here's Alvarado. That three's off the mark. Towns against Kuminga. Pass to Hield. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Shamet. Launches it. Knocks it down from distance. And the Knicks lead by 16.
Boy, how about the awareness from the big man? We think of Mr. Robinson as a shot blocker. What a pretty pass.
Risache drives in. It goes again. His sixth basket in 7 tries.
Come on now, that's easy money.
New York has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Robinson, a screen on Hield. Clarkson for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, to me, it's always a great sign when the 3 ball is falling for Jordan Clarkson.
McCollum outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. New York leading by 17. Here's Alvarado. It doesn't go for him. Atlanta's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Pass to McCollum. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Robinson. The Knicks have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Now Clarkson. And here's Robinson. Risache covering. Releases from 15. And it's New York scoring again.
You know, he hasn't taken as many shots tonight, but they're still ahead. And that means his teammates are delivering.
Here's Gay. Pass to Risache. Outside Kuminga. McCollum outside. Connects again from distance.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And has now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. Johnson, he's checked in for Atlanta. New York also changing it up. McBride, he's checked in for Shamet. And Brunson is subbed in for Clarkson. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now here's Brunson. Driving in. Here's Alvarado. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists in the game.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
McCollum outside. Five on the clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Not only a perimeter player, McCollum can go inside.
McBride on the wing. And again, New York with the triple.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Now here's Risache. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's outside Brunson. Driving inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Daniels checked in for Risache. New York also changing it up. Anunoby comes in for Robinson. And it's Bridges in for McBride. Hawks trail by 20. Pass to Hield. Outside Johnson. McCollum outside. And again for 3.
And talk about stepping up. He's having a playoff game these fans have never seen.
And that last triple means he's got the most threes in a single playoff game in franchise history. And got it! Another basket!
He's on a tear offensively, lighting up the scoreboard with a purpose.
And how about this? He now holds the team's single-game record for postseason scoring. There's a screen by Johnson. Hield for 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Alvarado. Outside Anunoby. Brunson against McCollum. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, despite his size, Jalen Brunson loves to operate in the painted area.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Kuminga. And it's Alexander Walker in for Hield. Hart's checked in for New York. Both free throws good from Brunson. And so McCollum will bring it up for the Hawks. Pass to Alexander Walker. No good from outside.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Hawks trail by 21. Outside Johnson. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. McCollum outside. And here's Okongwu. Shot clock at 6. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 7 tonight. Brunson with it. McCollum covering. Towns for 3. Hits the trifecta. That gives him a double-double in this one.
Yeah, the very definition of a stretch 4 or 5, whatever position he happens to be playing, Cat can space the floor.
Back to McCollum. Takes a 3. Good! Another from 3.
The three's coming fast and furious. He is scorching the nets.
Yes, and now tied for the third most three-point field goals in a single game in playoff history.
Yeah, 10 triples equals Dame Lillard's buzzer-beating performance in 2019 when he waved goodbye to the Thunder. And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here's McCollum. Shoots from 14. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Outside Brunson. From deep. He buries it from three. Brunson's got 54 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Knicks leading by 22. Bridges finds Hart. Brunson against McCollum. And Brunson, here we go. Lays it up and banks it in. 56 points for Jalen Brunson.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Now here's Daniels. Okongwu, a screen on Anunoby. Takes it inside. Outside Johnson. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. New York shooting an insane 65%. Just terrific. Shots good by Hart.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here's McCollum. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. Outside Brunson. He got it again! Sensational!
He is scorching hot.
Well, I know this. He now ranks third all-time for single-game scoring in the postseason. Simply stunning.
And he's not far off from Baylor and Jordan. Can he keep it going? We'll see.
Now here's Brunson. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Pass to Bridges. Fires the three. The rebound by Atlanta.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Okongwu, the pass to Johnson. McCollum against Brunson. For three. The Knicks with the rebound. Anunoby's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now Brunson. It's Bridges on the wing. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Hart. Here's Brunson outside. Oh, connects again.
And he's tied second all-time in scoring for a playoff game.
Yes, just a miraculous offensive display. This crowd on the edge of their seats.
I mean, he's matched Elgin Baylor, and with Jordan's all-time record just 2 points away. It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
Hart with a screen on McCollum. Here's Brunson. Oh, and Johnson with a block.
And that'll wrap up Game 3. Now we'll look ahead towards an important Game 4 for the Knicks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And in what could be a series-defining victory, they go up 2-1.
And both teams knew tonight would be important. The winner captures momentum going into Game 4. It's been an interesting matchup.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jalen Brunson.
The scoring effort from him
Again! What an avalanche!
And with that bucket, if you can believe it, He sets a new all-time record for points in a playoff game.
Boy, the way he came out tonight, you could feel his level of focus. He put his team on his back and has delivered an incredible offensive show.
Yeah, and it was way back in '86 that Jordan set the record of 63 points. And when you surpass the greatest of all time, you've done something special.
Time now to present our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
Man, this is still anyone's series, so the way he has stepped up is crucial, showing that he has what it takes to deliver on the big stage. 40 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Daniels finds a Kongwu. Pass to Alexander Walker. From the high post. Courtney grabs the board. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
It's stolen by Johnson. McCollum outside. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. And this is a critical win for them. They grab the lead in the series after splitting the first two games.
Yeah, Game 3 feels like a Game 7 if the series is tied. It has a huge impact. They're in the driver's seat now as long as they don't lose their focus.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And now, time for our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.